Good morning, my angels. I hope you're all really, really well. Well, from the last time I spoke to you, my goodness gracious me, have I felt absolutely horrific. I wouldn't say that I'm like 100% yet, but my goodness, do I feel better after I left you guys. Well, I kind of feel like I need to, it was honestly such a hard day on Tuesday because I really, really wanted to have just the best day and to celebrate Mark's birthday, and in hindsight I probably should have stayed at home. But I got the worst food poisoning, I think on Sunday. Sunday night I was really violently ill, tried to suck it up and go to Chelsea Flower Show on Monday, which was just the best day. Honestly, it was amazing. In between the loo stops, which definitely wasn't fun. And then on to Monday night, again, wildly unwell. And then I just think I got so severely dehydrated because I was trying to not eat anything or drink anything so that I wouldn't throw up or have wonderful diarrhea. And with it being so hot and on my feet and so many people and so much going on, I felt so shocking, in all honesty with you, which I know is just completely self-inflicted, and I don't want any sympathy whatsoever. It is fully self-inflicted, and I should have just stopped when I needed to stop. And anyway, after I tried to eat some pasta, and that did not go down well. No, well, it didn't go down at all, let's just say. And then on Tuesday night I took a bit of a turn and yeah, had to go to hospital, which wasn't great, but I am feeling night and day better than what I felt like yesterday. I went into hospital and had lots of fluids, which is exactly what I needed, some anti-sickness medication, paracetamol, and I am feeling so much better. And yesterday, one thing that I am borderline, I tell you what, I'm going to take out my hair whilst I'm speaking to you, and I know you are going to be literally screaming at your screens or whatever, how you're watching this. But yes, I am going to an event today, but one thing about me that I think you probably know by now is something that I really, really struggle with is cancelling, and especially cancelling last minute. And I cancelled everything yesterday, which is just so unlike me, and I feel just awful about it because I don't know, I just think that we have such a terrible culture, certainly my generation. People just don't care anymore, and people are just, the culture is terrible, and I'm one that, you know, actually gets really quite upset about it because I have people cancelling on me. But yesterday was just literally not an option. But anyway, as I said, I'm feeling so much better, and today is something that I've literally looked forward to for weeks. And I'm going with literally like my fam. Not quite literally my fam, but Alex is going to be there, Josie's going to be there, and I'm going with Holland Cooper, so literally my Holland Cooper family. And I know that it's literally down the road from me as well. It's one of my favourite places on earth, and I promise you, I literally promise you, if I wasn't feeling better I wouldn't be going. My mother nor Mark would be letting me go. So I am drinking lots of water and lots of electrolytes. Food isn't quite an option for me at the moment, which isn't ideal, but to be honest with you, I tried to on Tuesday, which I think was half the problem, is the doctor was saying yesterday, like if you've got an infection, especially with food poisoning, it's bacteria and bad bacteria that is causing the problem. And I took Imodium to try and obviously stop me from going to the loo so much, because I would literally like get somewhere, I'd look at Anna and be like, I didn't know what was going to happen, but it was not good. My goodness, look at me, I look like Dolly Parton. But anyway, long story short, what an amazing few days at Chelsea Flower Show. If I try and like block all of that out and, you know, actually get some rest, I feel just so unlike me. And I feel just awful about it because I have people cancelling on me, but yesterday was just literally not an option. So not think about the times that, I mean, all the amazing people that I met. Also, you're gonna die, but I'm just dying of embarrassment because I was so unwell. I was trying to like have like smint after smint after, and then the smints were making me feel really sick. So my mum was like, oh my God, your breath, Leonora. So if any of you that I met out there, any of you incredible subscribers thought, Jesus Christ, she's got horrific breath, I am so sorry. And also, I know a lot of you're going to mention, you're going to be like, you know, I have lost quite a lot of weight since this whole situation, but that is normal because I haven't eaten in 4 days. So, and as you know, I am the biggest foodie on earth, and the fact that I couldn't eat at literally one of my favorite restaurants broke my heart. But I'm glad that Mark had a wonderful birthday. Well, we had an amazing time on Tuesday, bless him. Yesterday he sat with me all day. And he, on his birthday as well, anyway, I feel terrible about that as well, but he's amazing and he's so supportive. But without further ado, I am, as you can see, sitting down, getting ready because I am heading to Le Manoir 4 Saisons with Holland Cooper today for an amazing, I would say like Chelsea Flower Show inspired, because we are having a private viewing of the beautiful gardens, the vegetable gardens. We're going to be hearing from the exceptional chefs. They've got countless Michelin stars. I believe there's going to be some canapes. There's probably going to be champagne. I will be drinking water. And just, you know what, going there and doing things like this, really, it's me and it's what I love doing, and quite frankly I think the FOMO would kill me. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say hi to everybody, experience it, love it. I probably will leave early, so I'm gonna apologize in advance. But one thing that has most certainly made me feel so sparkly is the fact that I have got the most gorgeous outfit to wear, and I know you guys are going to love it. So let's get ready together. I've got the most beautiful basket bag. If you guys have been looking for a summer basket bag, then look no further. This is stunning. I've had my eyes on her for quite some time. I'm going to take off the tissue paper. I don't think that was quite what they had in mind when I turned up at Le Manoir. And it's got these beautiful tan straps. Okay. Gosh. A lot longer than I thought. And also I just want to apologise, I'm probably not going to be as bright and sparkly as I normally am, but I know you guys will understand. And I kind of felt like I went just MIA, and it's really unlike me. So I popped a story up on Instagram just kind of explaining why nothing from day 2 of Chelsea went up. And I had so many messages, people saying like, are you okay, just checking in. And so I felt like I needed to kind of explain, which in hindsight maybe wasn't such a great idea, because I have had thousands and thousands. I woke up to my phone this morning and thought, oh my gosh, I need to take this down. But it just goes to show that like people are so kind, whether they're followers or friends or acquaintances. Literally anybody and everybody who follows me took the time to send such a like heartfelt and kind message. Honestly, it's amazing. When you're not feeling well, people really do come together, and it's so wonderful. So this is the beautiful bag. Gosh, they really do go to town with wrapping everything, but I suppose it makes sure that when you receive it, she is super sparkling and new. Got these amazing little toggles here. It has also got like the gorgeous little pouch that is stitched in on the inside so that you can make sure that all of your belongings are safe. I love the branding on the front. It's very sort of like Celine-esque. The quality is beautiful, and trust me, I could fit absolutely everything under the kitchen sink in here. I love a bag that I can get everything in. I mean, you know what I'm like with my bags. Normally they are ridiculously small and I'm having to hold everything in my hands, which seems a little bit silly, but I can get everything in here, which is very exciting. I think I may have just had a missed call from my driver. No, I've just had a missed call from Marcus. Okay. Oh no, that's the gate. I think the driver's just got here. Okay, we're gonna have to get ready quickly, which is probably not going to be possible because I can't do very much very quickly because I get very lightheaded. Okay, I'm gonna call Mark and we're gonna go through the rest of the bits and bobs. And then we're going to be heading to Le Manoir. Okay, thankfully the driver is 10 minutes away, so I can probably warble on for a tiny touch longer, but I really wanted to put an outfit together. Well, Jade kind of put an outfit together, which she is just so wildly talented, and then I could like pick bits and pieces. And today is obviously all about gardening and garden inspiration, and it's actually something that Holland Cooper, that are so gorgeous. Well, that goes without saying, but today is all gardening inspired, so I wanted to go with something quite casual for me but a little bit glammed up, kind of gardening-esque with a hint of Leonora. So I am going to be wearing, gosh, I've got so many bits and pieces to share with you, it's just stunning. Some that you have seen before and some that are brand spanking new collection. So this is the, what did they call this? This is the Amalfi mini basket bag. Add this to your bags immediately because this is gonna sell out. It's gorgeous and it's gonna be like my bag of the season. And I did bring a pair of little nail scissors that I can cut off the little labels. And I'm going real navy today. I'm a navy girl. A navy girl. I mean, even down to my underwear. I've got my navy underwear. Not that you guys need to see me flashing my underwear on camera. I'm also going to wear my Jessica hat. I think it is quite sunny today again. I'm going to be propped up somewhere with a glass of water and taking everything in. Might not partake, but I'd like to be there and see it and watch it, and it's just an amazing experience to hear from the, you know, some of the greatest chefs in the entire world. See Jade herself, all of the girls. It's definitely going to make me feel better. I am not one that can sit at home and sob. I can't do it. I did it. I cancelled everything yesterday and see, I went into hospital, but I can't do that today. Nope. I'm going to pick myself up, dust myself off, take it slowly. I have got a whole day at home tomorrow, which is really great. And I've also got a day off on Sunday, which I'm really excited about. And I promise you, I'm going to be a sofa slug. I promise. Okay, so that's kind of like the accessories. So this is one of their new shirts. It is a navy pinstripe linen shirt and I love it. It's kind of very old school, classic, quiet luxury, mother of the pearl like buttons, and I love the really subtle branding on the chest. So I'm going navy shirt, and then these are a pair of their classic tailored shorts with the slight roll-ups. Got the gorgeous gold buttons down each side, and I think that they are going to look gorgeous. And then just over my shoulders, I'm going to be wearing this beautiful, you've seen this 100 times. This is one of my favourite cardigans from Holland Cooper. It's this beautiful cable knit white. I'd say it's sort of like an ecru colour. It's an off-white with those beautiful horn-like buttons. Really classic and classy branding, and I think I'm just going to have that over my shoulders. And then in terms of accessories, as I said, I've got the Jessica hat, which I think is going to tie everything together. And although it's got, I think this is a, yeah, it's a very, very dark navy. It could even be black, but considering that my shirt and my shorts are so dark, no one is ever going to know. And then, of course, my Monaco sunglasses. They're going to be hiding the black rings under my eyes. And the ridiculous amount of makeup that I have on. Monaco sunglasses are going to remain on, but something that they have launched recently, if I could find it, here we go, are these really, really cool sunglasses. Yeah, they call them Milan sunglasses chain. They're so cool. And I'm not one that likes to put sunglasses on my head because I don't like to ruin the hair that I've taken so long to do. So it just means that you can pop your sunglasses. I'm going to do it now so you can see it. We literally just pop that through there. pop that through there, so we're going to get rid of that label. And then, you know what, it looks super cool. You've got them kind of here, and then you can kind of have your hair over it, and then you can just have them hanging down. Amazing. Oh, amazing. I need to pop that on properly. We've got these little gold, oh gosh, I'm doing a terrible job here. Put that on, and they've got the little toggle to tighten it up. There we go. Fantabby-dozy. So that's that. And then I'm not sure whether I need a belt, but I've got this. Oh, Christ, I'm flinging things everywhere. This is what they call, I believe, their Atelier Slim belt. And it's just one of those belts in a colour that I'm going to use so much. But there's this gorgeous off-white. Goodness gracious me, thank goodness for the nail scissors. I do like to wrap everything, but everything comes in such a beautiful condition. Shiny and sparkling new. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Let's snip that off. Snip this off. And there we go. It is such a beautiful, creamy off-white, sort of ecru. I love it, and I wear my Atelier belt in the chocolate suede so much that I thought I would get so much wear out of this, and I have so many bags that it's going to match as well. So those are all the bits and pieces. I've also got a pair of gorgeous navy wedges. Oh, here they are. Perfect. And some beautiful navy espadrille wedges. So that is my look. I am going to quickly pop everything on, a spritz of perfume, and then we are going to be heading off to Le Manoir. I'm so excited for today. I know probably my energy is not the same as usual, but I really am. I love Le Manoir, and all of the other girlies that are going literally just set my soul on fire, and I know will just like have me, if you know what I mean. And I think the FOMO would kill me. So I'm going to get ready and then I'll come back. I also need to sort out the monstrosity of like labels and tissue paper and everything that I flung on the floor. And I'll come back and show you the final look for Le Manoir with Holland Cooper. And there we go. I am all ready and feeling, I must say, I feel gorgeous in this outfit. It's really classic, very classy. Probably should have had some tanned legs coming out the bottom of these shorts, but that was not an option for me yesterday, and certainly not a worry of mine. And yeah, I've got my legs are almost as white as my cardigan, but that doesn't matter. And yeah, so the wedges are on. Gorgeous pair of tailored shorts. I love this shirt. I'm going to be able to style this with so many different things. And I think the ecru belt kind of like breaks the navy. We've got that gorgeous cardigan over my shoulders, the basket bag of absolute dreams, and the final touch is my Jessica hat. So that is the look for today. My chariot awaits, so without further ado, let's head to Le Manoir 4 Saisons with Holland Cooper for a day of gardening. The wonderful car is here. Let's go. Here we are just arriving at Le Manoir 4 Saisons. The girls are here, the flags are up, one of my favourite hotels. It is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Like a sea of dreams.
Oh! So gorgeous. How are we?
Good, how are you?
Lovely. So my name is August. I'm the head of the Rainbow Gardening School, and you're going to be spending the morning with me. We're going to be sowing some beautiful edible flowers for you to take home and grow in your gardens.
That's so
and
exciting.
Decorate your plates come sometime. So it's hopefully going to change the whole dynamics of your beautiful lunches and dinners.
Oh, that's fine.
We're also going to go on a little bit of an adventure through the vegetable gardens.
Oh, gorgeous.
We're going to taste a few bits and bobs. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to spending the day with you all. And is everybody okay, obviously, with teas, coffees and everything?
Absolutely, it's lovely. Thank you.
Wonderful. Has everybody visited Manoir before?
Yes.
We have one visitor. Wonderful. So I think enjoy these beautiful pastries. Our bakers come on site at about 5 AM in the morning to start cooking for breakfast. So they are the most beautiful pastries. Enjoy your teas and coffees, and I'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes once Jade's arrived, and then we can meander down to the glass house.
Divine.
This is the best opportunity to pop and use the restrooms, because there are no restrooms down in the Hartley Botanic Glass House. So there's loads of hedges, you know, loads of space. It's good for the garden.
Oh no.
We'll carry you.
Thanks, Gus.
So if you haven't actually visited before, Raymond really is, for me, such a huge inspiration, because he started in France and was self-taught. So to create this from being self-taught, to me, is just that really beautiful fairy tale. So his passion for food and for produce started at a really young age. So his mum was a fantastic chef and his dad was an amazing gardener. And together they really nurtured Raymond and then created what we have, the incredible chef that we have today. He talks about when he was a child, he used to sit in the cellar and just look at all the produce that his mum had preserved, and he used to just sit there and smell and look at all these wonderful bits of produce that he'd grown. And I think it isn't until you've grown your own food, grown your own flowers, that you really get that understanding and you really appreciate how long it actually takes for that seed to get to, for example, a broccoli. You know, we pick up a broccoli off the supermarket shelf and it becomes this kind of throwaway item if you don't eat it that week. You know, there's always another one on the shelf. But when you've grown one yourself and it's taken 6 months to get to that stage, you know that feeling. It's like you get your broccoli and you separate it between every member of your family and you celebrate that beautiful thing that you've grown.
Nothing can go to waste.
Nothing goes to waste. So I think that Raymond at an early age really realised that, because he was out picking the French beans, he was out harvesting the produce and then really preserving it and making the most of it. So his story to get here, he actually started his first ever restaurant in between an underwear shop and an Oxfam shop. So not quite as grand as you see before us today, but within his first 2 years, he gained his first 2 Michelin stars. So that was well over 40 years ago.
Wow.
To achieve 2 Michelin stars in such a short space of time was absolutely just incredible. Wow. And in true Raymond style, business was doing beautifully well. He had no money, but he saw an advertisement for this and thought, I need it. And I'm going to buy it. I don't know how.
Oh my
I'm going to
gosh.
buy it, but I am. So he, rather than going through the estate agent, he thought, I'm just going to drive down the driveway and knock on the front door and have a chat with the lady that owns the house. And so he knocked on the front door, and as chance would have it, Lady Cromwell, who was the previous owner, had actually eaten in his restaurant because it was only in Oxford 3 weeks previously.
Oh my
and
gosh,
she
it's
had her last
amazing.
meal with her late husband then.
Oh,
So it's one
very
of those
special.
meant to be.
Yeah, meant to be.
Moments in time. People were offering to buy the property but wanted to turn it into flats, and Raymond really wanted to keep the story, and obviously we're still talking about her story today. So she was very keen that Raymond created his vision and everything that he could see.
How long ago was that, August?
40 years
40
ago.
years
So
ago.
Years ago,
We're coming
wow.
up to 41 years. this
Amazing.
year. So incredible.
That's
And a lot
amazing.
has changed
Yeah.
over the last 40 years, as you can imagine. So I'll give you a bit of history on the property. If we come a little bit closer this way. So the original manor house was actually this part here. So this dates back to around about the 1500s. And the front doorway was that little doorway just here. Then this area was added on in the 1600s.
Oh wow.
So it's very, I mean, to me, I find it incredible because actually I feel like this part looks much older.
That's been rendered since, hasn't it?
Yes.
That's definitely, yeah.
See, on the back side, you can really see the difference in the age a lot more.
That's incredible.
This was then added on in 1907 by the Cromwells, using that wonderful Cotswold stone, so it really keeps it in keeping with the village of Great Milton. And they've also replicated the fireplaces and everything like that. So then when Raymond arrived, none of this existed, and obviously not as well as the gardens, the kitchen is very much the beating heart of Le Manoir. So he extended this whole area here in 1998. We are one of the largest 2 Michelin star kitchens in the whole of Europe. We have around about 40 chefs working their magic in the kitchen.
It's incredible.
It is absolutely mind-blowing when you go in there. And the way they work is just, you know, totally different to us in the garden. We're all out hoeing and taking out, you know, really relaxed, and everything's very buzzy in there. To me, there is nothing more beautiful than going out into the vegetable gardens at 8 o'clock in the morning, picking the morning harvest. We then wheel it up to the kitchen, and you see your vegetables tinkering through the kitchen
And then being
out the
eaten.
other side.
That's
Like,
amazing.
it's just an edible piece of unrecognisable artwork on the plate on the other side. And you'll all be obviously trying some of our lovely cuisine this afternoon. I don't know if anybody's been to Hidden Gardens, isn't it? It's just rooms upon rooms, and it's been designed absolutely beautiful. But it's a British variety, believe it or not, as much as Raymond would probably love his French variety. But the variety here is actually a fantastic one for culinary use. So we harvest the blooms, they go into the kitchens, we have desserts and pastries. My particular favourite, which I'm actually still in recovery from Chelsea, is our gin. So we have a house gin that our lavender gets sent off, it gets pressed with the Cambridge distillery, and then it comes back. It's not one of those fruity kind of gins, it's still very dry, very beautiful. And we also have a few other elements that I'll show you throughout the gardens. Can anybody guess roughly how many lavender plants we have down this pathway?
130.
130. Any chances of 130?
I'd go roughly 100.
100?
85.
85. So we've got 1,500.
Oh, I was way off.
Oh my gosh.
In this
Is it
pathway
your job to
alone.
prune them?
So Nadia, who is our walking, I know.
1,000.
So it is a little bit.
okay,
But
okay.
Nadia does do all of the ornamental.
That is
She's head
incredible.
ornamental. It's absolutely
That's
incredible.
way
We
off.
have little hand shears. We do it in around about October.
So you think about, so you're talking about each individual,
Yes.
So that would be one.
that would be one. Yeah, exactly.
Surely.
1,000. Wow,
Yeah.
the math is not mathing, but incredible. Thank you so much. We've just come to have a little look at the garden house, the greenhouse of absolute dreams. We've been swooning after them at Chelsea Flower Show, and here we're getting a private tour to actually see their very own. It is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, it is stunning. This is incredible. So what do we have in here?
So we're going to be sowing some edible flowers. The bags are there for you to take your seeds and things home. So I used to just send everybody home with these lovely propagators, and then on the train you'd be holding them like
Oh
this.
my
So we've got little
goodness.
bags that have been
Divine. Propagators. We've even got some books. Take
We've also got some
notes.
beautiful recipes from Raymond Blanc in there.
Oh my gosh, the
some helpful
dream.
tips from Sam and myself, and then we've also got some tips from the garden school, and also some cocktails.
Oh, amazing! Oh my goodness, well, we'll have to save the cocktails for another day, but even the most gorgeous Holland Cooper gilets, these are my favourites. Fingers crossed I get a gorgeous ecru one. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, it is stunning. They've got the world's greatest gardening clogs. Honestly, they are the best ever, and as you guys know, I literally live in them. All floofy lined, they're so soft, don't even have to wear socks, they're amazing. And then of course the wellies, and these are actually designed specifically for the summer, so they actually haven't got the Sherpa lining, and really, really handy. Sorry. What a beautiful group of gorgeous ladies. I mean, I've never seen a greenhouse look quite so glamorous. I mean, look at all of these gorgeous beauties. Everybody's here. We've got Josie. Glamorous gardening, exactly. Isn't this heavenly? All of the beautiful florals and what looks to be a little gift.
It was the middle of August, carrots all over the place, pumpkins tumbling across the pathway, and as I'd, had bit of an emotional moment, had a bit of a tear in the garden and thought, this is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. So I'm going to ask for a job. I asked for a job and it was a firm no, because they don't give drunk people jobs. So that was that. And then I went off to San Fran with work and woke up in a generic hotel room and thought, oh, do you know what, I'm going to Google gardening jobs. And it was like one of those moments when you think, oh, is Alexa listening to me? My phone has tapped into my mind. And the first job that came up was a kitchen gardener here at the Manoir. It was like that, I'm going to apply. So I applied, turned up as you do, because I didn't know what you wore for a garden interview. So I wore a lovely dress and high heels and the whole garden team laughed at me. They were like, she's never going to last. And now I've been here for 6.5 years. I studied horticulture. I'm now doing a degree in environmental studies. I've done quite a few other courses, as well as 3 years in the kitchen garden. I took over the Raymond Blanc Gardening School 3.5 years ago. We only had 18 days a year. We now do over 100. I also then do social media, and I do, I'm writing a book this year, and I do festivals all over the country and all over the world, just trying to get people that have never gardened to get inspired. And for me, it's totally changed my life by sowing that one little seed. And I do wonderful days like this and get to spend days with gorgeous people like you. And it's really, for me, trying to engage and get people to feel as passionate about it as I do, because it's also so good for your mind.
It really is.
And like yesterday, I was at Chelsea Monday and Tuesday, didn't get in until 12, but came here yesterday and just planted and built that structure, and I just felt like I had a full reset, and it just...
You can look glamorous while you're doing these things, and it's just such a lovely tie-in, so that's why today is perfect, so thank you.
Wonderful, beautiful, thank you. And I think it's just so lovely that everybody's got that lovely interest, and I think it's, you know, again, people always say to me, oh, you know, normally I'm wearing this, but when I'm at home in my garden, and just because you're gardening, it doesn't mean to say that you can't still feel nice and look nice, and yeah, absolutely, exactly. Growing medium. So does anyone know why we would go for a seed sowing compost as opposed to a multi-purpose, a farm manure, or any other kind of compost that you find out there on the street?
Different nutrients.
We've got pros here. So that's exactly it. And also how fine it is. So I would say a seed sowing compost is the perfect start for your seeds. Now, it's not the only start for your seeds, because at the end of the day, a seed will fall from the ground, land on the floor, and it germinates. And it doesn't need the perlite, the vermiculite, and all these different nutrients. But the idea behind it is, if you put your tiny little seed, now you see here, this beautiful seed has got all the food it needs to start its life. So it has a food source within it. So we're just going to keep filling it. If there are any big chunks like that, get rid of it. And you want to make sure that all of your corners are covered. Now I say a little bit of a gentle press. We're not really pressing it in too tight, because you want those roots to be able to still move around the soil. So we're looking at overfilling it. Now, the reason we're overfilling is we're going to use this. This is what the RHS calls a striking board. I personally call it a piece of wood. So you could go and buy one if you like, or you could just cut a piece of wood. It does exactly the same job. And then what we're going to do is strike it off. Now, just use a sawing motion. And you might want to go backwards and forwards a couple of times, just so that you can see the definition of each individual cell.
Okay. Well, here we are in the greenhouse, and we are quite literally going to sow our seeds. Nigella over here.
Or are you Martha? Oh no, yeah, Martha, you're Nigella.
We've got Pamela down there. Oh, stop it. Well, we're with the Queen of Gardening herself, and here we go. I feel like getting my hands dirty, if I'm honest.
And is it like old fashioned? Yeah, it's realistic at the front.
I've never seen anyone garden so delicately.
Oh, really? Am I doing a good enough job?
Shovel.
You can get a manicure later, darling. Okay, well I was just trying to be delicate with the whole situation.
Should we do nails at the end? Like,
I think so. We could have HC on our nails.
Let's do beauty.
We need Holland Cooper garden aprons.
Yes!
Cooking apron.
I'm just thinking that would be
Come
so
on,
nice.
Jade. Come on. For goodness
Next
sake,
time.
you're not pretty enough. Let's
Next
just.
time. I think that would be lovely though, little apron.
So cute.
Yeah, like a
It'd be
waxy
so
one.
nice.
Christmas
Nice one.
gift.
Yeah.
And you
You
can
can
have
get the gardening
personalised.
loafer, yeah, the personalised apron. You're right, couldn't it?
good.
That would be nice too, like a linen-y, yeah.
So cute. I can see it becoming a whole thing. You could have cooking mitts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We could just keep going, yeah, keep it.
A collaboration with Arga, and you can do the
Oh.
Arga pals.
Yeah. Keep
No,
going.
no, no,
I've
no,
got to bring Arga on the way home. Arga or Smeg. Smeg would be a nice colour.
This will be on the phone on the way back. Okay, now's the job.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're now going to even this out.
It's just so therapeutic.
Isn't it?
We are now off to water. I must say I've never seen so many glamorous looking gardeners in my life. This is just gorgeous.
Just the right depth. And if you water them after, what happens is they all swim up to the top and then they all float off into the gravel and you go home with no seeds and I have a whole vegetable garden or flower garden here. It's also, when it comes to watering after, I'll show you how we water after as well. So my top tip for watering, sounds so ridiculous, but it does really help. Turn your rose upwards because that creates a finer spray.
Very clever.
So normally, so you'll see also when you start, it's quite a heavy flow, and then that's going to splosh all your compost all over the place. So you want to make sure that you get a nice fine spray. You go over it a few times, and then once you remove it away from the tray as well. When it comes to watering after, now, any book that says water your plant once a week or twice a week, I would strongly recommend you throw it in the bin because watering is a massive assessment. It depends on how hot your house is, how much sunshine is in your greenhouse, or if you're growing it inside your house, more surface, and also you're reducing any sort of dampening off or fungal diseases by watering on the top. So, and then the other thing is, if you water your plants from above in your greenhouse or in your space, the droplets land on the leaves and then the sun comes in and it causes scorching of the leaves. So you're always better to water from below. Do I do that? Go in with a hose pipe and I'm like, but here I water from below, and that's the best practice. So everybody have a little go. I've got another one there. Just a couple of times over. Feel the weight as well to make sure that you've watered it, because it should feel nice and light now. Once you've watered it, it will feel a little bit heavier. So feel free to pop them.
Here we go.
Also, just in a border, they're stunning. So here we harvest the pollen. So the pollen will go into the chefs and then they will sprinkle the pollen onto some of the dishes. They also harvest the blooms. So they're very tiny. They look like little mini fireworks, and you pop that onto a canopy and you get that beautiful burst of fennel. But not only that, they are a stunning cut flower. There's so many flowers that don't last for very long in the vase, but these last beautifully well because the stem is so long. So this will grow probably up to about here when it comes into bloom. So I would say put it at the back of a border or in the centre of a veg bed, because you kind of don't want it necessarily on the edges because it's quite tall. Now, your general rule of thumb when we're sowing seeds is to sow your seed at double the depth or width of the seed. So when we look at this one, it's obviously quite small, isn't it? So we don't want to be putting that right down at the bottom of the tray, because as we were saying earlier, there is only enough nutrients in this seed for it to get too far. Now if you'd sown that seed, you know, if that's down there and it's up here, probably get to about there before it really starts struggling. So hence why it's always really good to just remember that general rule of thumb, double the depth or width of the seed. A label for these, so they are Fennel.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So I'm now going to be sowing my fennel seeds. Isn't it amazing how a seed like that will grow taller than I am and will be planted in a herbaceous border? It's just fascinating. So we've just sown the amaranth, and it's just so tiny. To think that that is enough amaranth to fill an entire garden just baffles me. It's just fascinating. So we've just covered that up, and that is the fennel. It's amazing. So these are my cornflower seeds. Look at how tiny those are. And I've just prepped by making a little hole down each little square, and I'm going to drop one of those in and then cover it up. I know, it was ridiculous. I popped on wedges today, and this one, in true gardening fashion, took the dress code very seriously. And look at her, she's amazing.
I did. I wouldn't garden in a white linen shirt normally, but we're keeping it glam for today.
And how are you feeling after an extremely busy week?
I feel half energized and half frazzled. I think energized from just how much inspo we've seen and like ready to get into the garden and put it all into practice, but also frazzled because you know when you feel like your battery is flashing on 2% because you've been giving your all to so many different things.
Absolutely.
But how about you?
I've definitely felt better, but we power through. Are we going? Which way are we going, my darling? I think we should go. I think we should. That way is beautiful. Should we go that way?
You can go either
This way looks gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. So, Josie, can you tell me what is going on in these incredible gardens here?
Well, it looks like they've got lots of netting up, which I need to copy because the pigeons are attacking my strawberries. Well, actually, I don't know if it's a pigeon attacking them or a sausage dog.
Are they strawberries? No. Oh, the radishes.
Giant radishes.
Giant radishes.
The pigeons can't pull out the ground, so they're okay. However, these ones have had little wormies eating them.
Oh dear.
But let's see, we've got a few good ones down here.
Wow, look at those.
We'll have one of those on our dinner shortly.
Oh my goodness, delicious.
Absolutely scrumptious. And these are really quick to grow, so you throw the seeds in the ground and 3 weeks later
you've got a radish.
Which is gorgeous. And then we've got, let's see, some lovely lettuces. We've got onions, which look good.
Amazing. Oh, we're going to get sprinkled.
That's why they went the other way.
Go. Okay. Oh gosh.
Cabbage.
Oh, this is just so beautiful. Look at this and how they lay it all out and how it all grows. I mean, this really is a passion project. So time consuming, but oh my gosh.
11 full-time gardeners, yeah.
11 full-time gardeners, that would be the dream.
That would be the dream. They need a job.
Exactly. I don't think I've got the experience, but by the sounds of August, she might not have had the experience, but she's learnt on the job.
Gardening, the thing is, because all that goes to waste is a seed, so you can afford to take risks and then you learn so quickly.
That's amazing,
and when
yeah.
you've nourished something from a teeny weeny seed all the way up to something edible, you learn so much about it, so you learn when to plant your carrots, you learn how to look after them. And then, as August was saying, you don't want anything to go to waste because
without a shadow of a doubt,
how much effort goes into
to actually growing them, and also the nutrients when you grow it yourself is far different to what we are currently buying in the supermarkets.
Choose the quality of your seed as well. So you, as August was saying as well, get a heritage seed because nowadays farmers and seed companies, they grow them. Isn't this right, August? With less nutrient in them because they're growing them for the speed of growth of the crop.
Oh, absolutely.
As opposed to the nutrients.
And I think also it's so interesting because there's so many F1 varieties, and I'm really much keen to try and create that sustainable garden where you can save your seeds.
Yes.
If you saved an F1 variety, then it's not going to come true. So it won't be the same seed. So they're kind of bred that
one hit wonder.
Yeah, and that's it. Whereas your heritage varieties, and I work with Garden Organic, which is a beautiful seed library, they're absolutely stunning, and they keep some of these wonderful varieties alive for future generations, and people that have grown, say for example we had a corn which is called Phil Bannister's white corn, and he grew it on his allotment for 50 years, sadly passed away, and nobody could keep that variety growing because these family weren't interested in gardening.
That's
So we
devastating.
sent them into the Heritage Seed Library, and then they've kept them alive.
That's so lovely.
It's beautiful. You need to have a little look at this. It's the Heritage Seed Library.
Heritage
It's
Seed Library.
absolutely beautiful.
And can normal customers buy from that library?
It's really interesting because it's a charity, so you don't buy your seeds. You join as a member, and then they will gift you the seeds.
I love that.
You become a seed guardian.
Oh my god!
A seed guardian. This is going to be Josie's thing.
Don my cloak and become a seed guardian.
But you grow the seeds,
Oh my
and
goodness.
send back one fruit,
Yeah.
and then they will collect the seeds and save them for you, and then they go back out
Because
to their
someone
members.
needs to grow each one every year, right?
Yeah, so you can be a part of doing that. So I feel that you're now the new Heritage Seed Library Seed Guardian.
Oh, she is the seed guardian. That is exactly what her new title is going to be.
Oh yeah, you show me yours.
I'll show you mine.
Amazing. My gosh, these look incredible. That looks amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I wish I could try and eat this. I don't know what to do. Do I try and eat this? Oh my gosh, how can I come to Le Manoir Cat Saison with 2 Michelin stars and not be able to eat anything? Gosh, look at this food. This is just sensational. The little burgers of dreams. Oh wow, look at those tacos. And then here we have another taco.
How amazing.
Oh, how delicious.
We discovered that one of the roses that Raymond has, after his name, has around 40 petals. So we decided to give a petal to each year of effort at Le Manoir to celebrate this beautiful drink that is like a very, 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 very wet martini. In his core it has gin, rosé, but also liqueurs, a touch of raspberry eau de vie, vanilla, so I'm sure that will be delightful. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much. We've had just the most glorious day with Holland Cooper and of course Jade herself, and I couldn't not get Jade on the YouTube channel and give us an outfit of the day. So Jade, what are you wearing?
So I am wearing our Regency slingbacks. These are amazing. I always say they're so good at just dressing up a jean or looking beautiful with a dress if you don't want to wear a heel. They're absolutely gorgeous.
So
comfortable.
elegant.
Then I've got our slim jean on, which is great if you want to show a bit of ankle. Our new blazer, this is launching actually tomorrow in the Westminster check. It's really lightweight, it's like a suiting fabric, so it's actually beautiful for this time of year. New shirt, it's sort of a cotton linen blend, super casual, and then our little atelier
Atelier
suede belt.
belt.
That's my
Amazing, absolutely gorgeous. The hair is stunning. The jewellery,
thank
those earrings as well are
you.
beautiful. And it's just been such a special day, hasn't it?
beautiful, so lovely to be here. The sun's shining. What's not to love?
It's gorgeous, exactly. Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
She was very nice to us.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Well, I'm not gonna make you do anything other than have a nice little wander through the gardens, if that sounds nice.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Cool. If at any time I repeat anything that August has already told you, if you could just yawn very obviously, then
No.
I'll know that I'm repeating myself. Okay?
What is your name, sir?
My name is Sam.
Sam, it's
Sam
lovely to
Taylor.
meet you.
Lovely
Thank
to
you
meet
very
too.
much.
Yeah. I'm a vegetable gardener for the most part. I teach some of the courses in the school with August, mainly on growing herbs and on compost and soil and stuff. I have a weird obsession with compost, it's not normal. So yeah, that's me. So let's go, come on.
Amazing, thank you. The Le Manoir Cat Saison's orchard.
Welcome to our orchard. It is not as big as a commercial orchard, considering we're quite a small hotel, it's a pretty huge orchard. We have over 2,500 trees out here, from all over the world, but most of them are from France and England. We have over 70 different heritage varieties of apple alone out here. Raymond Bloch is really obsessed with preserving heritage and he spent a lot of his life travelling around orchards, trying out lots of different flavours of fruit, and he was finding that all of them were sort of disappearing, closing in the Ukraine, which is called an Easter pear or a Basilica pear, and it is striped. It looks like one of sort of Roald Dahl's Snazcumberland type things. And what's fantastic about it is that you hit it at the end of the season, and you keep it all the way up until next Easter, by which point it's become sort of a candied sweet. It's really important to protect heritage apples and pears particularly. You have to have an orchard to do it because apples are not true to seed. And they're about 130 years old.
Wow.
And they're still producing, after all that time, huge amounts of very large Bramley apples.
Amazing. So the crumble here will be exceptional.
The crumble is fire.
It's fire. I love that.
our head orchard gardener, she has to get up on our orchard ladder at the peak of the season just to get the biggest ones down first.
Of
so, you know,
course.
you can enjoy a flute of champagne out here and one of those things lands on you.
Donk you in the head.
How much did I drink? You don't necessarily discover gravity or anything. But they are lovely things. It used to be the case here that chefs were not allowed to pick these apples. Raymond Blanc was against the Bramley apple as a cooking apple, which to the English is very weird because it's the only apple that we used to cook with. So apparently the English chefs, they would sneak out here at night at sunset and they would climb the trees and they would steal their apples and go cook with them anyway. So when people arrived late for their dinners, they would just see little chefs' hats.
I love that. It's so
Like,
romantic.
it's like seating area in the middle of like the 4 trees. It's really
It really
nice.
works well. And like as the leaves get bigger, it just creates a lovely dappled shade, like right at the height
Yeah.
of the summer. So
Beautiful.
it's just lovely to sit
Really
out
cleverly
here.
And those birds are singing right on cue.
We've trained them well here. We really have.
See? Yeah.
The garden was designed and planted out by Chris Beardshaw, who's like a big deal in the RHS world. He's won a few times at Chelsea, and he's very good at high density planting. So when they first planted out in here, it was like 5,000 bulbs and corms that they planted out, followed by 3,000 more plants a few months later. So absolutely loads goes in the ground, and that means that from the very beginning of the spring, with your sort of like cyclamen, your first little yellow winter aconites, you have something coming out of the ground all the time, adding colour, adding a change of light, architecture to the garden. It's also a space that lets in absolutely tons of wildlife. So obviously we want all those lovely creepy crawlies, birds and things in here, and we can generally just leave it alone to do its own thing, which is really nice. It's the one part of the garden that once it gets going, as a gardener, you can walk through it and just enjoy it, rather than like worrying about what you need to do to it next. And then in the winter months, we sort of leave things as they are, so the habitat remains here for all the animals that are living in it. So even when it's all woody and broken and stuff, we let all the frost get on it. Some years they'll put like a big sort of like dome in the centre here,
top.
heated, and you can drink
Oh,
sherry
lovely.
and like look at all the frosty wildflower meadow.
It's gorgeous.
But yeah, it's really popping at the moment. And this tree over here is a dwarf horse chestnut, which is when it's in full leaf is really beautiful. It's one of my faves.
What was the name of the gardener that designed this? Sorry?
Chris Beardshaw.
Chris Beardshaw.
Yeah, yeah. A legend in the game,
A legend.
I think is what they say.
The girls are now harvesting their own bean flowers and trying it. I need a taste test, Alex.
Sugary pop.
Maybe it's something you don't eat. No, I'm definitely not trying that one. What does it taste like?
It almost tastes like a pea.
Yeah, it's more. It's like a sweet
Like a
pea
munch
flavour. So
too.
it's like a fresh pea flavour. Yeah, it's springy.
Interesting.
It's
Delish. Could be a lovely salad topper.
yeah.
Right, I've got quite a large basket bag. I might harvest in my basket bag for later.
So in our polytunnels earlier in the season, we grew an entire row of these just for the flowers. These ones we will mostly let go to bean, but still some of these we will take up and they will use them as edible flowers.
Wow.
They'll either add them to salads or
How
they'll
amazing
balance
is
them on top
that?
of
I tell you what,
the food as
I'll harvest one just to show it to you guys, and then I'll get Alex to eat it.
Bean
Isn't that amazing? That is what they just ate. Well, I've harvested it. I've harvested it now. You got to eat it now.
Me again?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
They're pretty good, eh?
Delish.
We do a lot of edible flowers here. The chefs are obsessed.
The garlic looks like it's doing very, very well
Try and guess
indeed.
what it might be.
Flower edible.
It becomes edible.
Comes edible.
The flowers are about to open here, and they sort of
Wow.
look like the plant they will become. Any thoughts?
Pumpkin.
Fig's a very good guess. It's close.
I'd love to see great big pumpkins.
It's a kiwi.
It's a kiwi.
Yeah.
No way.
Happy, healthy kiwi.
Isn't that amazing?
I've never really seen one that looked like in this country.
Kiwi. That
It's
is
a
just
Jenny
incredible.
kiwi.
So that's how it.
Grow kiwis in the UK.
I didn't know so either, right? Yeah, apparently like, our climate isn't that dissimilar to some
amazing.
parts of New Zealand where they grow them. They don't get super big, but on a good year, on a hot summer, you'll get lots of little ones and they taste absolutely incredible.
That is just incredible.
A golden
Learning
kiwi
so
is
many
better.
things.
But Our bar will harvest
Learning
them.
so many
And they will
things.
take so, it's slightly untidy in here at the moment, but it's our major propagation area at the back here, and at this end of the tunnel is where we keep some of the things that we overwinter from the herb garden and other parts of the garden. So yeah, you've got lemon verbena down here. Please do grab a leaf, give it a squeeze and a smell. Yeah. So we have about 30 lemon verbena plants that are out in the herb garden there.
Unreal.
We are now in the micro herb greenhouse.
So this
This
is where we do almost all of our propagation for the entire garden. But the mainstay of the stuff in here are our micro leaves and our micro herbs, which is fantastic. The reason micro herbs are so good is you can grow so many different varieties in such a small space because you're sowing them incredibly densely.
And they're so good for you.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
Yeah, they are
Literally
really
put it on your
nutrient dense and
breakfast,
vitamin
in your
dense.
salads. This is how you do your
So you
avo.
can have just like a tiny little plant pot in your kitchen, then just put it on your avocado toast.
Yeah,
or on your
just sprinkle it
pasta
wherever.
salad.
So good for you.
70 times
Antioxidants
more
all
nutrients in this than in full-size veg, right?
Yeah, that's right. For the most part, yeah. Even the simple ones. So even just with like.
I just don't know how more people don't know this.
I know.
It's mind blowing.
Because Big Pharma don't want us to know about it because they're not making any money on it, right?
Yeah.
Preach, sister, preach.
Preach, sister! You are a vibe! Oh my goodness. Sam's got some great sayings.
So the ones that are closest to us here are all mustards. These are mustards grown as a micro herb. We have a red giant mustard here, a red giant mustard here. We have a gold frills mustard, a green and snow mustard, all sorts. These are all Asian varieties of mustard, and they're a fantastic micro herb because you can grow them all year round. You never have to stop growing them. Whereas you have other micro herbs like a micro basil, like these ones.
Oh, they're
You can
beautiful
only
as well.
grow through the normal season, but even when the leaves are this small, you can start to smell immediately all that lovely basil scent coming off them.
Oh
Just
my
give them a little
gosh.
stroke.
Oh,
and you
Imagine
get all
doing like a lovely
Oh,
like tomato
lovely.
soup and then doing
Yeah.
a drizzle of oil and a few of
and
them.
just
Those on the top,
exactly right.
like burrata with a few of
We
those
do,
on the top.
we do a lot of
Delish.
micro basil throughout the growing season. It's one of the best micro herbs.
What makes it micro?
Because they're so small.
You just pick it up
You
that
s-
size.
exactly. You sow it very densely, so obviously you can see there's actually tons of seed in this one place, and then they all compete with each other and they stay small, and then you harvest them after about 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're like mini little hedges, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've never had much.
That's what my legs look like in the winter. Yeah. Sorry. Weren't meant to hear that.
Mine too.
Is there a certain seed company that you buy your microgreen seeds from?
We buy a lot of them from a company called Tamar Organics.
Oh, we're getting a
Tamar. So like you know the Tamar Valley in Cornwall. So it's an amazing it's an amazing place anyway. But
Getting
Tamar
top
Organics
tips
are
here.
fantastic. They are. They're probably the best organic seed supply because they just have so many. Without the H, that's Tamar. Yeah, Tamar
See, Josie's
Organics.
getting all her homework. She's going to go home. I mean, this one has got quite the garden, let me tell you. She's incredible.
We also use CN seeds.
Look at
just
all of
CN
this.
Seeds.
Amazing.
So intriguing.
Okay, I am going to try
You can get
this.
so much
Oh
flavour.
god, I've just taken. Oh no, I've taken a
I have
root.
3 different same thing, don't worry.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'll just,
Oh my god.
I've just killed him.
That's got a real
Do you wanna, there we go.
really get the mustardy.
Yeah, and it's sweeter than the mustard when it's older, so you get like a sweet Dijon from it rather than
Oh
something
my god,
really,
you
really
can.
strong.
The
aftertaste.
is super
If
mustardy.
you want to try something that's really got a kick to it for a small size leaf, so that's celery done as a micro herb. Celery is one of my favourite flavours, though I don't love stalk celery, but with the small leaf, you get all that celery flavour without all of the stringiness.
Okay, ladies, I need the taste test.
But it's a,
Oh my god, pure celery.
Oh wow.
it's such a tiny thing.
I've never had it as a
tasty.
micro before, but I think I will.
That's so tasty. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is another one that we do all year round. The chefs cannot get enough of it because it just delivers so much of so little.
So much flavour. There's a La Manoir cat saison. Quite literally, cat saison. I feel quite proud of that.
It took me a week to come.
You're a beauty.
Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. Oh, are we going to be able to go and see the birds? Or the owl?
Yeah, if you'd like to, yeah.
Is that
yeah, yeah.
okay?
Yeah, we'll nip round
Oh,
the
we'd
corner.
love to see that. Thank you so much. Look at the poppy.
So we have the chart. I know it's a rogue poppy. I don't know where
It's a
come from.
rogue poppy, but she's beautiful.
So this chard is bolted because it was our winter chard. We had it as baby chard all winter, and then in the spring it took off, and now it's bolted, and we're going to compost it. But it looks kind of cool.
It does.
And then on this side we have half of our courgette plants for this year. We don't want any courgettes from these. All we want is flour.
Oh wow, so
So-
you're going to have stuff it with goat's cheese and deep fry it.
Exactly.
Oh, I
Exactly.
wish I felt better because I definitely have one of those.
It's so good. Yeah, they make a beautiful dish called
Yum, as Josie would say, yummarillo. Yummarillo. Scrumdiddlyocious.
We need a dictionary.
We do, we
So
do.
these get up to about 60 degrees in the high summer. It's
Oh wow, 60 degrees.
Sunbathing here.
Every
It's
morning at the height
beautiful.
of the
Look
season
at that
here,
child.
we'll
Look
pick
how
about 100
colourful it
different
is.
flowers.
Can I ask, when they're like this, should you or should you not pick away the like lower branches?
At this stage, I wouldn't
Too
bother
early.
personally. I would wait until much later to do it.
Okay.
People, it's
When
also
they've got,
with
like, a
with
branch with flowers on, maybe.
exactly. Peppery. Try that leaf. It'll just be a little bit peppery. Like you will.
It's
know
like a
that you're
peppery
eating something.
rocket.
It's not as subtle as
Yeah, it
everything
is.
else.
That's a good description.
It's
Would you
rockety,
say
yeah.
the flowers are more peppery than the leaves?
The flowers are really
Tasty?
powerful,
Oh, wow,
the
yeah, it's
little
really
seeds that
peppery.
the flowers
Quite hot,
are,
aren't
they
they?
really hit, yeah.
So could you make potentially like a peppercorn sauce? Like put that on top of the steak or something?
It would pair with a steak really nicely.
Ooh,
yeah.
delish. Come on, Josie. Try a.
A nasturtium. Are you going for flower? And
She's going in for the flower.
And does flower taste the same?
Do you want to try one? Give it a shot.
It's so crazy. In it goes,
I'll let
Josie.
Josie go for it. Oh, that's
It's
really
probably
nice.
stronger than the leaf.
Oh,
Isn't
I
it
wish I
good?
could try them.
It's
Oh my
telling the
gosh,
whole
it's
thing.
lovely. Really peppery.
Isn't it good?
I'm gonna have to come back and.
And the great thing about you can literally.
Right, I've just stolen all the girls, and I'm desperate to know exactly what they're. Oh, stop it! You're the one who actually knows everything. You are the professional gardener, so I'm not having any of it. What are you wearing?
The very sexy clogs, which are
They are the
genuinely
best.
shoes for gardening. Slip in, slip off. So when you go in the house, these are obviously new today. Otherwise they'd be covered in mud, which most of my clogs are. Denim shorts, easy to slip on, easy to clean. White linen shirt, not recommended for gardening, but looks cute.
Looks
I
fabulous.
just love this. It's like a sheepy.
I love the sheepskin jewellery. What are the jewels?
Oh, thank you. Oh, so cozy. Jewelry, bracelets and Monica Vinader.
Gorgeous.
Cute little heart, and then Cartier, Monica Vinader.
Beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Alex.
Basically what you're wearing.
Yeah. Well, not quite. We are so close. When I walked out the house, my mother came over and was like, "You look terrible. You need a tan belt." And then she arrived, and look, Mummy would be so pleased with you. She'd be so proud. Right, what are you wearing, my darling?
Holland Cooper linen shirts. It's one of their new ones, isn't it?
It is indeed.
It's gorgeous. They're denim
I
shorts.
love the denim shorts. Those are new as well. Look at how amazing the pockets are.
So flattering, pockets, and they're nice because I'm saying this on my channel. They're not like clingy. To
Oh, I can't deal with a clingy
They
short.
don't make you feel like your legs are.
Yeah, oh babe, you've got the dream legs on God's earth. Look at those pins. Yeah,
Like wearing linen shorts. The wedges, obviously.
beautiful.
These come in cream as well.
Yeah,
Cream.
a little knit. Oh, I love that with the V-neck with the navy front. Oh, I might have to add that to my wish
Really
list.
nice.
Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. The little
Raffia bag.
beautiful, the Cheltenham in raffia, love. And look, she's got her own little bag to take away, and she's got the little green gilet in there because this one is a pro rider, so she rides in her gilets, which I love. Josie, girlies, can we do outfit of the days? No, sorry, I mean, you've picked up everything. Amy, can we start with you? You look like you've got less stuff on.
Yes, I'm wearing full Holland Cooper.
Gorgeous.
Bag is Manu Atelier.
Oh, beautiful, Manu Atelier. It's stunning. I love your pumps as well. Where are your pumps from?
I wish I could tell you, but I can't remember their name. I think it's like Mansa Gabriel.
Oh gosh, well, they're beautiful. I love the shape. They're different and they're so cute. So you look beautiful today. Girlies,
Kind of matching.
you are kind of matching. And considering that we've been gardening today, you still both look so clean. You look
Both got the
amazing.
same white linen shorts.
Love.
I've got the striped shirt, which actually I love because it's got the cufflinks.
I love the cufflinks. It's
the
absolutely
details,
stunning. And the cufflinks come with the shirt as well, which I love.
And then this is the same linen jacket with the shorts, it matches.
Yeah.
And I've got my new mulberry and my...
Oh, gorgeous. I saw that vlog actually. The Bista buy.
I
love
need to
Bista.
I need to do more on it because I forgot. I kind of like got the bag, went away, come back and now I'm loving it.
And now she's out. Is this her first trip out? Oh, love that. My darling, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Holland Cooper shorts, espadrilles.
Love the
which are the most
espadrilles. So comfy, aren't they?
Espadrilles. They're so comfy. Hats. We've got matching hats as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Amazing. And your shirt is so beautiful.
It is Greece.
Oh, okay, well, good secret. And the bag?
Bag's Fendi.
Oh,
and then
beautiful.
jumper is-
I love the jumper, little cable knit in navy.
I'm doing like the jumpers at the moment.
Yeah, it's so cozy, perfect for this time of year as well. Well, thank you so much, ladies. Our wonderful cars await. Thank you so much, sir. This is wonderful. Thank you. Oh, and let's head home. Good morning, my angels. I'm sorry that I didn't come back on when I got home last night. By the time I got back, I was pretty tired, but it was such a special day from start to finish. Honestly, just the Holland Cooper team, they are nothing short of extraordinary. Jade is just such a powerhouse, an enormous inspiration, and quite frankly, I think at this point a bit of a national treasure. She is just the most inspirational woman, and how she does it all, I just don't know, but she does, and it's amazing to hear all of her different passions, and it's like in a plethora of, like, really, I mean, two ends of the spectrum, from being this wildly go-getting, passionate, extremely successful businesswoman to adoring gardening. So she really is just amazing. And yesterday at Le Manoir, it doesn't get more luxurious and beautiful than that, and everybody who works at Le Manoir, their passion is something I've really never heard before. It really is a family there, and all of their experience and the love that they have for the place, and the fact that they just immerse you into everything so that really you get to take a little bit of Le Manoir home with you. It really was very, very special. I must say, I've never been quite so disappointed not to be able to eat the food, but it looked amazing. I did have a little nibble of an arancini ball and a bite of one of those little mini burgers, and then sort of I could hear my tummy rumbling, and I was like, might wait until I get home. But oh, it was just the best day, and I learned so much. I'm still utterly flabbergasted of how, it sounds silly, doesn't it, of how a teeny tiny seed that we literally sowed yesterday, and I have here and I'm going to show you, is going to turn into something that is enormous and extraordinarily beautiful. So we planted sunflowers, cornflowers, fennel, zimmer, and something I cannot pronounce, and I'm definitely not going to give it a go. But I also came away with the most ridiculous amount of goodies, and I also was so lucky to be gifted a few gift bags or goodie bags from the Chelsea Flower Show, and of course we know how that ended. So I didn't get time to be able to share that with you, so I thought I could sit down now. I do actually have a call in literally 10 minutes, so I do need to keep this short and sweet, and something I don't tend to do on this YouTube channel, and to quickly answer the question you're probably all thinking and wanting to ask me is, yes, I feel so much better. I wouldn't say I'm back to like 100% yet. Like when I stand up I feel a little bit lightheaded, but I think that is very normal. I'm drinking loads of water. Last night I had half a jacket potato with lots of butter, and it was just delicious, and I'm very pleased to say that it remained in my body. Woo! Celebrating the small wins. But to come downstairs and like look at all of my goodies, it has literally just started the day off so nicely. So I kind of like showed you a little bits and bobs yesterday, well, what you would have seen a little bit earlier in the vlog, and these were all on the side, and I never thought we would be able to take them home. So one of the iconic Holland Cooper reed diffusers. I will always go as far as to say that these are the most incredible gifts. If you rock up to someone's house as like a housewarming gift or a hostess gift with this, you get a lot of bang for your buck because the bottle is so stunning. Also, have a little look at that packaging. It is beautiful. You've even got the little wax seal here, and their signature fragrance is stunning. And if you have gone to the Holland Cooper boutique in Cheltenham, you'll know what I mean. You walk in and you're like, oh, this smells like pure luxury, and she encapsulated that and ensured that you could also have that at home. Or if you just wanted to go all out and have something bougie yourself, treat yourself, then this is gorgeous. So let's open this up just so that you can see what bottle. Oh, they've got like extra long reeds, which I adore. Have a little glance of that.
Isn't that beautiful? It is such a gorgeous bottle. I adore the gold branding on the front. You've even got the little gold around the edge, and then it comes with black reeds. So you want to pop the reeds in, let the sort of oil or the diffuser soak all the way up, and then you turn them round, and then the scent is amazing. It also has a fully velvet lined little case. So that is beautiful, and I cannot wait to get that out and in the house. Then I'm very, very lucky to have a pair of their new wellies. Let's have a little look at what they call these. These are the unlined Regency Wellington boot. So of course we live in the UK, and that comes with lots of rain, and even in the summer, yes, depressing, but the reality. And we are in need of wellies, but Holland Cooper are known for their like Sherpa lining, which are amazing. But in the summer, you can get some sweaty toe beans. So they have got the gorgeous green lining. Got the HC on the front, the gold hardware, the buckles at the side to ensure that they are going to fit anyone and everyone, and they've got such a good tread. So wherever you are walking or hiking or enjoying, you are hopefully not going to slip over. I love these wellies, and they're also so they're like kind of a bit of like a fashion piece, but the practicality of them is amazing, really. They are like my go-to country item. And then something I hadn't seen before is this beautiful tote bag. How gorgeous is that? It's kind of like an everything bag, and it's got a little popper here at the top. I believe this comes in beige with the navy, or navy with the beige. Gorgeous branding on the front, beautiful off-white handles, and literally you can get just about everything under there. And this is what they call their classic shopper, £59. I mean, amazing price point. I wish you could feel the quality of this. It's beautiful. It's kind of like an old school kind of crew. It's like boat rope, which I love. It's beautiful. And then I will not ever get sick of harping on about how epic these gardening clogs are. If you live in the countryside, and quite frankly, even if you don't live in the countryside, but you like to like pop out, or if you've got dogs that you just want to walk around the garden quickly, or if you even want to go on long walks, these are amazing. They are so comfortable. They are furry lined, so soft. You don't even need to wear socks. I live in these. Most of the time you guys see me trotting around in heels. If I'm not in heels, I live in these, and I love the hunter green colour. So if you are in your Martha Stewart era, if you love gardening or just a country girly, then these need to be on your shopping list. Then what else have we got? Oh, it says a small gift from, oh wow, L'Oreal. Oh gosh, that's amazing. Oh, this is so lovely. So we've got the L'Oreal Elle Extraordinary Oil Miracle Hair Serum. Well, that's divine. Gosh, look at how generous they've been. This is ridiculous. This is honestly, I cannot believe this. Then we've got Colour Riche Nude Intense 601, worth it. We've got some of their Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oils, and that's in 650 Nude Macron. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that colour, that's going to be beautiful. I love that. Oh, I am a pale pink girly through and through. Again, this is the Plump Ambition in 101, crystal clear. I can't wait for that. And then a little bit more of a, I would call it like a plummy colour. Plummy. Oh, they call it 490 Berry Jolie. Yes, please. Then these are interesting. Le Shadow Stick. Okay, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a little bit of a first impressions with the L'Oreal. They've sent 3 gorgeous colours. And then this is Paradise Big Deal. Oh, I've heard so much about this and I've never tried it. This is their famous mascara. Okay, that is it. We are definitely doing a L'Oreal makeup tutorial with those. And this This is just fantastic. I've been using this for years and it makes your hair feel so soft. I am going to have to warble on very quickly because I do have a call. Okay, Anna's waving at me. I'm going to go and have my call and I'm going to come back and finish this. I'm so sorry. Had that call, which was amazing. And here we are again. So something that I am wildly excited about. One, the fact that I've got my own Le Manoir Cat Saison tote bag, but two, have a little look at this. The fact that you get to go home with your seeds in their own little like greenhouse. This makes me so happy. I can't even begin to tell you. Steve is going to be, oh no, oh Christ, what have I done? For goodness sake. Okay, whoopsie daisies. I've made a bit of a mess here. Oh my gosh, the soil is everywhere. Okay, now I need my fennel stick. Oh gosh, the fennel seed is on the floor. I've killed my babies. Okay, get you back in there. Sleep tight. Okay, well that did not go according to plan. But I've got fennel, amaranth, cornflower, sunflower, calendula, and zinnia. Beyond excited. Look at my babies. I'm so proud. Oh gosh, that is beyond exciting and I cannot wait to take that out to Steve and show him my beautiful little seeds and how they are going to flourish into something magnificent. And then I've also got my garden to plate. This is A Year with Raymond Blanc and the team at Le Manoir Cat Saison, and it has like cocktails, it has all of these wonderful recipes, garden tasks and kitchen inspiration. So outdoors, rhubarb, shallots, turnips, Jerusalem artichokes. I love Jerusalem artichokes. However, I don't think they love me. They make me rather windy. Mark does not let me eat them. March is daffodils that come before swallow-dares and the winds of March with beauty. Oh, William Shakespeare. So lovely, the fact that you get this. And Le Manoir have these amazing courses, whether they are gardening courses or whether they are cookery courses. I think you can do a gardening stay where you can stay at the hotel, experience the restaurant, the culinary delights. There aren't enough words for me to be able to just describe how phenomenal it is. It really is just exceptional, and the passion and the love that they have for the place is really rather remarkable. And then what else have we got? Oh, I've got my gilet, which I'm so excited about. This is the beautiful fleecy gilet. And they call this their country fleece gilet in cream. And I have this in size medium. And I love all of those like chocolatey tones, beautiful chocolate leather. You've got a really subtle HC branding there. A little bit of HC on the collar, the beautiful trim around the arms, beautiful little HC there, and a great zip. You've got internal pockets and also external pockets as well, so you can get all your leads, dog treats, any bribery that you need, and it's so cute, and it actually matches my lounge suit. This is the gorgeous loungewear. It is so buttery soft. I have it in this really stunning like ecru and also in chocolate. If you like to be really comfy, whether you are a Pilates princess or whether you are just running errands and want to be in like comfy clothing, these contour leggings. I'm also going to stand back a second. Have a little look at how flattering these are. So comfortable, no camel toe in sight, they're seamless, they hold the booty within an inch of its life, and they're just so comfortable and also so stretchy. Beautiful, utterly beautiful. And one thing I really like, which I don't know whether you can see, but you can see the little HC here, which I think is so subtle and really, really classy. I also wore, I actually didn't end up wearing it, but I just had it over my shoulders. This is my all-time favourite Holland Cooper cardigan. So those were all of my Holland Cooper bits that I was utterly spoilt rotten. And then on Tuesday, I went to the Elizabeth Scarlett stand and they so kindly gave me a goodie bag. And I felt terrible that I didn't share it with you guys. So can we just take a moment for this such cute little tote? I love a frill and these colours got a beautiful, almost like paisley with the gold hearts. And then on the inside, look at how beautiful this is. It's all lined as well, the bag. Look at how gorgeous. This little pouches. This beautiful sage green with leaves and flowers with a beautiful gold stitch throughout. Stunning gold zip. And then, oh my gosh, I've got all of these beautiful Brownlee products. We've got body wash with grapefruit, lavender and sweet orange. We've got an exfoliating body scrub, spearmint, fennel and pink grapefruit. Body lotion with juniper, sweet orange and bergamot. And then this is the shampoo with lemon, mandarin and rosemary. This all sounds divine. And then this is the conditioner with lemon, mandarin and rosemary. And then what is this? Oh, this is a gorgeous little like pouch that your pouch can live in. I love a pouch for a pouch. Fantastic. This is so beautiful, and Elizabeth Scarlett truly is the most beautiful brand through and through. Not only is the product exquisite, talk about frills and scalloped edges, but the philanthropy that Elizabeth Scarlett does and the passion that she has for rejuvenation, for wildlife, for Africa is truly, truly magical. So if I could ask you to do one thing, if you do love Elizabeth Scarlett, please go onto the website and actually have a little look at the About Me page and all of the things that she does for the conservation of animals. It really is remarkable, and just you fall in love with the brand that little bit more, and you really, really want to invest because you know that your money is going and doing such amazing things for the environment and for the world, I would say, and for animals. So that is that. And then when I went to go over and see my darling Josie over at Bamford, she is just incredible. Of course, Chelsea Flower Show Week is like her fashion week. I don't know how she's kept going. She's incredible, and she was hosting back to back on Tuesday, and it was so lovely to pop over and see her, have a cuddle, for our mummies to meet, which was so, so special. And I was so kindly gifted one of the Bamford goodie bags. The Bamford goodie bags are so beautiful. And if ever you are somewhere where they have a Bamford store, please, please pop in and go and smell their geranium collection. They have a few different candles and they are stunning. Even if you are near a geranium, just rub your fingers on the plant, on the leaves of the geranium, and then smell. It will blow your mind. Not only are the flowers beautiful, the scent is truly extraordinary. So without further ado, I have another meeting at 11:30 that's going to take me quite some time to get there. So I'm going to have to do this really rather quickly. Let's open this up. Oh my gosh, their packaging. Oh, I love an incense stick. I'm so ridiculous. This is from the Pelargonium Glasshouse collection, and these are their classic geranium incense sticks. Again, another beautiful hosting gift, or sort of having this in your home is really rather bougie. So let's actually open this up. I think it's a slider. Oh, it is a slider. That makes me so happy. I'm so silly, aren't I? And then there we go. Good old incense sticks. Oh, lovely. And I do think that incense sticks, you have to be quite careful and make sure that they aren't toxic, and of course with Bamford they won't be, but these are the creme de la creme of incense sticks. So what else do we have in here? Oh, I love nothing more than a Daylesford candle. Oh wow. Oh no, it's not even a Daylesford candle. It's a rose, geranium and rhubarb preserve. Right, that is it. I'm going to go and collect some Gale's sourdough, something I've been really, especially after you've been really unwell, specifically from food poisoning, when you start to get your appetite back, I've been craving like a really delicious sourdough. I really should be making it myself. However, I do not have the time. But having a little bit of this on the top, a beautiful Daylesford limited edition, handmade on the farm, a rose, geranium and rhubarb preserve. I cannot wait. That is going to be utterly scrumptious. Oh my gosh, they have spoiled me. And then in here we have, I think, what is this? got, oh my gosh, well, I didn't realise there was a card. I should have read the card first. We're delighted to welcome to the RHS Chelsea Flower Show with Josie to celebrate 20 years of our founding fragrance, Geranium. Please enjoy the enclosed with love, the Bamford team. This is, what is this? The Glasshouse Collection Bamford. I like to surround myself with fragrances from nature, bring a sense of the outdoors into my home that calms my mind and nourishes my soul. Carol Bamford. And then this, what do we have here? Oh, a beautiful notepad. Look at that. Beautifully stitched, the gorgeous geranium. So that is what a geranium looks like, if you didn't know. And the paper on the inside is kind of like that really classy paper. It's like thick and it's got that gorgeous like texture to it. It would be fancy paper, wouldn't it? Well, as you can probably tell, I'm definitely feeling a little bit more like myself. It still has been one of the best weeks ever. It's one of my favourite weeks of the entire year, minus the slight blip. And thank you all for your support, especially this week. All of your love and your kindness on all of the content has nothing short of just blown my mind. And then when I mentioned that I wasn't well, I can't even begin to tell you, thousands and thousands and thousands of you have reached out in so many different ways that has genuinely touched me in ways that I can't even explain. I actually feel quite overwhelmed, and I most certainly did yesterday. And when I was in hospital, I don't know how lucky I am, really. And when you have times like that, it's when you really think, one, the most important thing is your health, two, your family, and three, the fact that I've got you guys. I'm so wildly blessed. And the fact that I get to call this my job, I can't even begin to tell you. I thank my lucky stars every single day, and I can't thank you enough, because without you guys, this would not be possible. I don't want this to get too deep, and I'm not going to end up crying, because as I said, I do have another meeting, but I can't thank you enough for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I kind of feel like you have kept me going, and I've loved every single second of it. Yesterday was so special. The girls that were there, Alex and Josie, quite literally holding me up, doing things, being in the fresh air, gardening, getting my hands and my fingers in that soil with my favorite people and my favorite brands. It has just been the best few days and the best week. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. I would love to hear what has been your favorite part, and most importantly, and I don't ever say this without genuinely meaning it, but most importantly, I love you so much and sending you so much love. Thank you for watching.